Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. And it's Friday, which means it's time for the weekend wrap up. We wrap up everything that happened on the blogs and in entertainment news for the week. It was kind of a slow week, you guys. Nothing too much happened, but we'll get to what we can. And unfortunately, we have to start off with a little bit of rest in peace. To two people, and first one being Mr. Biz Markie. You guys, this broke my heart to hear of his passing. Biz Markie was an innovator, icon, hip hop legend, beatboxer. He did all of it. And it's just a very sad situation. 57 years old, suffering from diabetes. Apparently, that's what he was battling for many years, and just gone too soon. So I know the hip hop world is mourning him. His family, apparently, he had no kids, but he was married, and his wife was with him when he passed away. But yeah, it's just sad. Didn't know him personally, of course, but he seemed like such a teddy bear. And all of his friends said he was just like jovial and goofy, and you can kind of feel that through the TV and through his music because you can't look at him without hearing an immediate piano and hearing his terrible singing. But it worked for us. Some kind of way he got it to work, and it was amazing. But our prayers and condolences go out to his friends, family, and loved ones. Rest in peace, Biz Markie. And on the back of that, let me just add a little bit of commentary. I am so sick of all of these different blogs and entertainment news sites jumping the gun, saying people are dead when they're not, then coming back and retracting it, apologizing it. It's like everyone wants to be the first to break the story. Just wait. Like we're not in a rush for them to pass away, so we're not in a rush to hear the news. So why don't you just wait until you hear it from someone in the family or an actual person in their camp? All of this back and forth, same thing they did with DMX, you guys, it is heartbreaking. And to me, it's just adding insult to injury. Stop doing that. It shouldn't keep happening. Ugh. All right, sorry, I just had to get that out. Unfortunately, we also have to say rest in peace to Frankie Lons, which is Keisha Cole's mom. We became familiar with her during Keisha Cole's reality show stint on, I believe it was BET or VH1. I think it was BET. But Frankie, who didn't love Frankie with her man down? How many of us was running around saying man down code 10? Like she came up with her own language, and she literally had us all running around saying that for a little while. But Frankie battled, I guess, all of Keisha Cole's life because she didn't even have custody of her. She gave custody up when she was younger, so I think she's battled with drug addiction for quite a long time. And unfortunately, on her birthday, her 60th birthday, she passed away of a drug overdose. I believe her daughter Elise was the first to break the news, and then we heard a statement from Neffy. Booby did put out a statement, and also Keisha Cole's the young guy that she has the last baby with, he put out his condolences and how much he's going to miss her as well, which I thought was really nice that both of them included. They loved her. There's no way you can know that lady and not love her. She just had such a great spirit. She really did. Then finally, we heard from Keisha Cole last night saying that she's in shock and disbelief. Although somebody battles it for so many years, I feel like because they are able to function and they're here doing it for so many years, you don't think that eventually it would catch up to them, or at least you pray not. So she probably is shocked, and I feel really awful, that this is happening to her because she's had a hard way to go. But we will definitely be sending up our condolences and prayers to her and the entire family. Rest in peace, Frankie. Okay, now let's pick it up with a little bit of good news. Miss Marla Gibbs, she finally received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 90 years old. Yeah, I wouldn't have to wait until she was 90. What the heck? She should have been had one. We know her from the Jeffersons, we know her from 227, and she's been on so much more. Just feisty. Her entire life, she's been feisty. Well, she played feisty roles, I'll say that. This star was long overdue, well deserved, and about time. So, congratulations, Miss Marla Gibbs. Now, in a segment I like to call No One Gives a Shit, we have Portia, Simon, well, not even so much Portia this time, but Simon, Fallon's boyfriend, and their whole drama. We don't care, you guys. I'm over it. I swear to God, I've been over it since the day she broke the internet. And now that I think they're playing in our faces, I have no interest in it whatsoever. I did hear that she is trying to get more money in order to come back on Real Housewives because she has this spinoff that apparently went from like 3 to 4 episodes to 8 episodes. So that's a full show. Are we that interested in Portia and her life? I mean, I know a lot of people want to know what's going on with Simon. I don't care. I would rather not look at him because look at him. So Fallon has been doing all of these different interviews now. First of all, she said she didn't want to go on the show. So why are you running around doing interviews? Apparently, she said that she wasn't with the guy at the time. However, she's with him now. So it doesn't matter. We don't care. And she said that Simon told her once that Portia got her car from his cousin. Remember the African that got her that car that no one had seen? So he was kind of like Snuffleupagus, where everybody was like, does he really exist? And then I think it was Kenya that said, no, he really exists. And I think she was trying to say that he was married and all that. And we believe Portia because we didn't really care too much for Kenya at the time. So we were like, okay, Portia, so he isn't married and all that, but he bought you a car, nice. Anyway, Fallon is saying that it was Simon's cousin. And I'm just like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about any of this at all. I don't care if Portia comes back or if she doesn't. I won't lie. Because I do reviews, I'll have to check out her show and see how it is. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to review it. I'm not going to keep watching something that I'm not interested in. So we'll see what happens with that. But right now, this very second, no one gives a shit. So you guys know I like to throw in a little bit of real news along with our entertainment slash blog news. And this young lady that you're looking at here, her name was Tanisha Campbell. Tanisha was from Kentucky. However, she died in an Indianapolis jail. Tanisha went to jail for shoplifting and apparently taking the police on a high-speed chase when they tried to catch her. So when they got her, they took her to jail. She spent 2 months in jail before she passed away. I do not know why she spent so long in there. I do not know what her bail was or would have been for stealing. I mean, what could her bail possibly have been for stealing that she had to be in there for 2 months? Again, she was 23. The report says she has a 10-year-old kid, and I'm like, oh. But apparently her family was saying that she was calling home and she was telling them that she felt like they were going to kill her. She was the only black person in that jail, and she kept having concerns and voicing them to her family. Again, I've read a few reports on this, and nothing has mentioned what her bail amount was. Nothing has mentioned why she was there so long for stealing 2 months and counting. The family just said that when the detective called and told them that she passed, they just said that she said she was feeling sick, so they took her to the hospital and she died at the hospital. That's all they know. So the family is seeking answers, and rightfully so. It's very unfortunate that more people are not talking about this case because it sounds so much like Sandra Bland. It's heartbreaking. The fact that Sandra Bland should have been out of jail with some sort of bail. I mean, and I believe hers was really low. I can't remember what it was, but a few $100s, I think. And this girl, too, for stealing, she should have been out on bail. There's no way she should have been held for 2 months for stealing. But again, rest in peace to her. And let's have a little justice. I hope the family gets what they need and whoever is the cause of this and the culprit. And yes, unfortunately, her being the only black person in that jail is need for investigation. Let's find out what happened to her. Rest in peace, Tanisha Campbell. Okay, getting to some much happier news, we have Kanye, and he's supposed to be coming out with an album, Donda, which is titled after his mom. As of now, it's 4 o'clock p.m. Friday. It was supposed to come out today. Fans were upset because it wasn't out this morning. As I said, it's 4 p.m. Friday, and I just typed in Donda in Apple Music, and it still didn't come up. So Kanye be playing with people. Just release the freaking album, Kanye. And also breaking, we heard last night, or what? No, it was this morning. Jay-Z put a verse on the album. I am so excited. And I don't know how true it is, but it said that he just dropped the verse like 4 days ago, something like that. But the fact that they seem to be getting back together now that Kim Kardashian is gone makes me so happy, you guys. I love Jay-Z and Kanye West, and I love them together. So the fact that he said it could be the return of Watch the Throne, yes, please. Let's bring all of that flavor and that chemistry back. We need it. We love it. But Kanye needs to go ahead and drop that album and stop playing. Okay, and this week in I Know You Fucking Lying news, we have Tokyo again because you know what? They are now hosting a super spreader. I don't care about the fact that they don't have spectators there. You are hosting a super spreader for these athletes. Like, it's ridiculous. They have 19 new cases within the bubble, the what they call it, the Olympic Village, 19 more cases, which brings the total up to 106 since July 1st, and they are still going on with these games. So the people that test positive have to be quarantined for the 14 days. So if you miss your event, you just miss your event. So what's the whole point of this? Like, Tokyo has been on some shit the entire time. The whole thing with the swim caps for the women, the cardboard beds. Like, I know they lying for real. And then we find out that Ralph Lauren is the official designer for the Olympics. But doesn't he do it a lot, you guys? I don't know. It just seems like he does. But he dropped the designs, and it's so funny when you look at it in Shade Room. Some of the comments are talking about how they look like flight attendants and just all kind of stuff. But it's cute to me, or maybe just because it's Ralph Lauren. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just over these Olympics, and they just started. I just think that it's very, very dangerous, and it should have been canceled. Finally, this week in petty news, we have Nick Cannon and Kevin Hart, and it is the funniest thing. So on Kevin Hart's birthday, Nick Cannon gifted him with a llama. And the video of Kevin running around the backyard with this llama was hilarious. Of course, there was a handler there, and they didn't leave the llama, but just the fact that he had it sent over to his house to me was hilarious. And Kevin was so mad, or at least he played like he was mad. And he's like, I'm gonna get you back. So his way of getting back this week was he put up a billboard saying, if you need advice on fatherhood, call my best friend Nick Cannon. And you guys, he actually, when I first saw the billboard, I was like, that's not his real number. No, he actually put up his real phone number. How do we know? Because Nick Cannon then did videos showing how his phone was blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. And it was so cute because he was actually answering these FaceTimes and stuff. And people were like, no way. And he's like, yeah, it's me. And that was what, yesterday or day before yesterday. And then today, he's still having the same issue. He hasn't changed the number yet, but I'm sure he soon will. But he was saying how his phone just went white. It was just blowing up so much it went white, and he was getting double numbers coming up at the same time. So finally, when he got his phone back on, he just had numbers after numbers after, like, missed calls like crazy, and he was calling people back. This fool was calling people back. This one girl said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. He said, yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. They was asking, who are you? He's like, it's Nick Cannon. Who are you? These people were just really, really delighted that Nick Cannon played along. So I think that was so funny, the whole thing. But both of them win the Petty Award. I swear to God, especially Kevin. How you gonna give out somebody's real phone number? What a jerk. All right, that concludes this week's weekend wrap up, you guys. It was brought to you by L&L Balloons, first sponsor. If you all are in the Chicagoland area, you need to look these ladies up. They are extremely professional. They do a fantastic job. They always get it done right and on time. Again, if you are in the Chicagoland area, pretty much anywhere, they will come to you and assemble reasonable prices. Go ahead and look them up on Instagram. L&L Balloons was LL Balloons with a Z. And everything that I'm showing now is part of their work. Look them up, please. Thank you. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, hit the notification bell. Smooches!